So I'm here with...
Dan K9 Cion out of Long Island MMA and Westbury Boxing Gym.
And you're fighting Jason Lee, correct?
Yes, sir.
You and Jason Lee have history already. You guys fought before in an MMA match, which you dominated by unanimous decision. So in my mind, there's kind of a target on your back. Do you agree? Do you feel the same way?
I mean, that was my pro debut. I was coming off a 2-year layoff before I fought him. Yeah, I think there's a target on my back, but I don't think he's seen anything of what I could really bring to the table. Everyone knows stand-up is my game. That MMA fight, I out-wrestled him. So, you know, we'll see how it goes now when we can't go to the ground to the takedowns.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Right.
I fought his coach my last kickboxing fight. I fought John Salgado. And, you know, I won by spinning back fist TKO because I cut him. So I'm sure there's a target on my back because that whole camp really can't stand me, you know. So, yeah. Yeah, so.
So you're going to add another one January 31st.
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on losing, you know, never that.
Yeah, I like that. That's why you wanted to fight, is that bring that entertainment, because you just got that defiance. You know, if God wants it, he's going to have to earn it from you, right?
Yeah, and I'm not going down. I'm not touching the floor, and you're going to have to take me out. And there's been many that tried, and they don't succeed. You know, the only ones that beat me, I lost to a college wrestler, my first pro MMA loss. I got out-wrestled. I got laid on for 3 rounds. And the last 2, I lost to 2 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts by getting submitted, which none of them wanted to stand and go toe-to-toe. So we'll see.
Can you tell us a little more about that fight? Like, walk us through that fight? Because we missed it, but I hear a lot about it, you know?
Like I said, I was coming off a 2-year layoff. I was amateur, getting ready to make my pro debut, switched camps, switched where I was training. And then I was like, you know what, it's time to go. And I got offered a fight against Jason Lee. He was 0-1 at the time. We went 3-round war. The best way I can describe it is you never have to worry about another fight because you know you've been through it all. We scrambled, we were on the ground, we were up, submission attempts, punches, kicks. Everything that could be thrown in a fight was in that fight. My hat's off to him because he's one of the toughest dudes I ever fought. I will give him credit for that. But I don't think that matters when we get in there on January 31st. There's going to be no difference. My hand's still going to be raised. And that's just the way it's going to end up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, you know, MMA is very popular, obviously. But sometimes good to see 2 guys just throw leather, you know? No one needs to worry about a takedown. That really opens up the striking game.
You could pull off things that maybe you wouldn't be able to pull off in an MMA fight. If I'm worried about you shooting at my legs, I can't really extend, get my full power in. So, you know, now, yeah.
So you fought him already. Obviously, you talked us through that a little bit. You know what he feels like. So did that change your preparation mentally and physically in any way, or did you train the same way you always train?
I'm training the same way I'm always training. The only difference is, compared to him, is he's lefty, where most of the guys I fought are righty. Coming up in the amateurs, I fought a lot of lefties, so that doesn't change preparation. It just changes your attacks and which angles you're coming from. He has a very awkward style. I've watched him fight a couple times straight stand-up, but you know, you deal with the problems when they're in there. You know, it's the old saying, everyone has a plan till you get punched in the face is true, but, you know, game plans win fights and how you prep, and I feel like I have the best team. My boxing coach is phenomenal. Everyone at Long Island MMA is phenomenal, so anything he's doing, I'm doing better.
Because, you know, everyone, when they look at fighters, they make their own opinions of the fighter, so I want to hear from your mouth. How would you describe yourself as a fighter or your fight style?
My fight styles don't blink. Anyone that you've ever asked to fight knows I have power in both hands. If I hit you, you can go down. My kicks are heavy. They're not flashy. They're not impressive, but they hurt. I'm here to fight. That's my whole life. I've been that way. I'm going to be in your face and in your jockstrap and in you the entire time, and you're going to have to get rid of me. And a lot of people don't like to deal with that. Everyone likes to be the hammer. They hate being the nail. Well, get ready to be the nail, because I'm going to be all over you. Pro
fights really intrigue me because dealing with the amateurs, people are still finding themselves. They're still finding their identity. But when you look into a pro's eyes, you know he knows who he is. You know, he just put in that work, and it's a lot of excitement.
With the amateurs, a lot of them too, when you're wearing the headgear, you get away with a lot of things that you wouldn't be able to get away with in pro. You know, you can dig to the body hands down because you got padding on your head. You could throw punches. You could be a little more reckless. You know, it's hard to knock someone out with headgear. It's possible. You still hit them on the chin, they go to sleep. But, like, the temples and shots like that aren't as prone or as, like, available when you have headgear on. As a pro,
the range, too, on both ends,
yeah,
you know?
And it changes the vision. People don't, like, for sparring, you know, like, not that your vision's blocked, you can still see, but it's a different atmosphere when you have that on and not.
Just before you go, is there any message? I mean, I think he knows how you feel, but is there any last message or prediction you want to give to Jason?
No, the only thing I wanted to really tell Jason was, at first I wasn't going to take this fight. I considered us friends. He sent me a message saying he wants to fight the best. Now, you're going to get what you wished for. And, I respect him. I'm not going to sit here and talk down about him. Like I said, he's a respectable guy. I like him. He's one of the toughest dudes I ever fought. But there's going to be no change come January 31st. Some way or another, my hand's getting raised. Whether he's laying on the canvas, he can't get off the stool, or we go to a 4-round decision. I can't make predictions because when you make predictions, you get cocky. I just know that I'm coming out victorious.
Now that you said that reminded me of something I had heard. I wasn't there for the fight, but I assume it was pretty bad because I heard he left in a stretcher.
Yeah, I beat him to the body pretty bad, and I split his eyelid a little. So, I don't think it was too bad. I seen him the next morning at breakfast, but I seen him at breakfast. We talked. Yeah, like I said, nothing but respect. Obviously, people talk trash to hype fights, but I don't have a really bad thing to say about the kid. He's tough. He's one of the toughest dudes I've ever fought. I've seen all his pro MMA fights coming up, and he always went to decision. He was always in a war. The only fight I saw him lose in kickboxing was when he got TKO'd by Tarek. But, I plan on making that another streak for him. But, I can't really say anything bad. He's a good dude. Just, this is business.
Yeah, that's the weird part of it. You can like these guys, but you have to go out there and you have to get the job done.
Yeah, sparring, I spar one of my best friends every day. And every time we spar, and I'll punch him dead in the face. Obviously sparring, we pull a little off it. But just because I like you doesn't mean I'm going to take anything off it when you're there. So.
Respected. All right, thank you for that interview, and I look forward to seeing you fight, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dan
Cion.
All right, I'm here with
Rick Schaefer, fighting out of East West MMA in Quorum.
And you're fighting Johnny Garcia, correct?
Yep.
You went undefeated in your amateur career. You've already debuted as a pro, and in that pro debut, you might have been seen like the underdog because you went against this experienced veteran, and you smoked him. So now there's a lot of promise for you. Now you're fighting a guy who is his pro debut. So in essence, you're kind of like a gatekeeper, So how do you plan to welcome him into the pro circuit?
Well, I'm focused more about continuing my win streak and my pro career more than his. It's unfortunate, but it's a combat sport, it's competition. For one person's dreams to come true, another person's dreams have to be broken. He seems like a nice guy, good sportsmanship and all that, but no one's going to get in my way. No one's going to stop me from doing what I plan.
Your record, and also from your demeanor that I get, you seem like a very serious fighter. Do you say, how did you prepare for this fight? Did you prepare any different from any other time?
No, I don't really train specifically for opponents. I train for myself. I train to be the best fighter I can be. Obviously there's game plans for a specific person, but I just focus on myself and getting the best shape and just being prepared for myself, yeah.
Garcia, he has to prove himself. This is his pro debut, but he also does have a lot of steam behind him and a lot of talk. Do you feel he poses any threat to you in any shape or form?
I don't take any opponent lightly. I'm sure he's working hard. I'm sure he's training. Got a lot of support from all his friends down in Florida, but I made my pro debut thinking that I could go toe-to-toe with anybody in the world, so I'm basically just working my way up to that top level at this point. I'm sure he has dangerous attributes like skills, techniques, all that stuff, but I just think I'm superior.
I like that indifference. Sometimes when you go in that cage, you just got to problem solve, Exactly. Sometimes people, they respect their opponents too much, or not enough. You seem to have that good balance, Excited to know more you and see you across the circuit, because I hear a lot of good things, and I've seen some stuff, and you're a beast. Really looking forward to January 31st. I don't think people realize, the potential you guys have, and this is just the beginning, so I want to see who knocks off who rises to the occasion, you know what I mean?
It's definitely going to be exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
You seem like one of those fighters that are very calculated. So where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I probably see myself on TV in glory, holding a world title. Definitely going to win one in a lower circuit before working my way up there, but that's the end goal. I know UFC is a big thing. A lot of people think about that as the Super Bowl of fighting sports, but I'd rather be in glory. I'm a stand-up guy, and I feel like I fit in perfectly there.
Everyone loves stand-up. We love MMA, but everyone loves stand-up the most. You know what I mean? You see those connections. Everyone says ooh and ah for a reason. You know what I mean? So looking forward to that, man. This card coming up, it's just crazy. How do you feel about the card in general? Like, I mean, you may not feel anything about it at all. You definitely seem you're focused on your fight, you know. But this card is like a really big card. There's a lot of big name pro fighters. You're fighting on the card with your teammate, you know. Is there any maybe external factors that come into play?
I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of added pressure. Your family and friends, everyone you know, especially me and Pat. It's like me and my best friend have pro fights on the same card. It's definitely exciting. It's going to be a good celebration afterwards. But as of right now, we're focused on one thing. I mean, Bobby's got a big fight coming up, got 97-0. That's going to be exciting. A couple other friends of mine are on the card. We got an amateur fighter, Tommy, from my gym fighting. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to it, working hard. I got help from my sponsors, Below Restorations, Healthy Meals Direct with my diet. It's going to be good. It's going to be a long, tough 6 weeks up until January 31st.
And then you make them pay for that, right? Because camp sucks. The fight's the easy part. Well, I thank you for your time. Good luck to you. Good luck to your camp. You guys got a lot of stake that night. So everyone's going to be, you know, probably rooting for East-West that night. So, I mean, we're going to see what happens January 31st. Looking forward to it.
It sounds good, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Anytime.
All right, I'm here with
Carrol from East-West MMA in Quorum, New York.
And you're fighting Nick Reidel, right?
Yep.
All right. You and Nick are considered freaks of nature.
Of course.
You guys hit hard, have long, successful amateur careers, won most of your fights by KO. And the best part of all this is you guys are both debuting, and you've already fought.
Yeah, we fought my third fight, probably like 3 years ago we fought.
Could you talk us through that fight a little bit?
We were, first round I was doing good, hit me with a head kick, dropped me, got my 8 count. And then after that I just had like second steam in me, corners woke me up, and I just went at him on the fight. Decision, so.
Did you see Nick's last fight?
I saw Nick's last fight, yeah.
What do you think of that last fight?
It was good. It was good. I mean, I think I'm always better than anyone I fight. Never scared of anyone.
And you fought him, and you went 3 rounds, and you won.
Cardio's not a problem. Getting hit's not a problem. Anything.
This is a pro debut fight, which is a major motivator for anybody. But you've also beat him already, in the amateur. So, how much do you think that plays a role in like this whole revenge factor? Do you feel targeted, threatened?
I definitely feel targeted a little bit, because I beat Jonathan Lopez from this gym. I beat Nick Reidel, but I always train my hardest. It's my first pro fight. A lot of people do like 6-week camps, but I've been training for this day since I started kickboxing, so it's nothing different, yeah.
Do you have a prediction of how you gonna take this one home?
I'm going in there toe-to-toe, and I always go in to knock someone out or get knocked out. That's what I do, yeah.
Right, hyper die. I like that. Looking forward to that. How does it feel being a pro now? Like,
good. I'm just ready to get my first fight out of the way, and then, just step little steps.
Is your training any different now that you're on this pro level?
I train in the morning, at night. I work during the day. Always train hard from the day I started, so. Nothing different with that, yeah.
Look forward to that. January 31st, huh? He's a big boy. You're a big guy too, but he's a big boy.
He's a brick shit house, he is. Yeah.
And that last fight I saw, man, the guy couldn't weather the storm. I mean, he just came at him. How would you deal with something like that?
I'm hitting angles, I'm moving, and I'm better at everything. I'm better at kicking, better at punching, I hit harder than him, hit faster than him. I'm a better fighter overall, so I'm not scared of nothing.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't see no fear in your eyes. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming down, and I'm looking forward to your fight.
I appreciate that.
I heard a lot about you, man. Keep that up. We're excited to see you on the pro circuit. All right, we're here with a very exciting fighter, and for a lot of you people, he's not new. You know of him. I'm here with
Jesse McBroom, and I fight out of Campbell's Kickboxing, MMA.
You're fighting January 31st. Can you tell us your opponent's name?
Keith Nesbitt. He's a former world champion. And I'm fighting for Gladiator Promotions / Jackhammer Promotions, January 31st in Mulcahy, in Wantagh.
I've looked into you a little bit, seen some fights, and you've been here before. And you're also a multi-champion. So, like, this is a big fight, but big fight, pressure doesn't seem anything to you. It's normal, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty common. I got a lot of amateur fights, a lot of underground fights, a couple pro fights. I've traveled a lot with Bobby around the country fighting. So we've been doing this for a minute. I usually fight in title fights or main events or what have you. But, yeah, I mean, the pressure's really not there no more because we do it a lot. But, I got a lot of people coming out. I got close to 100 people because it's a local fight near where I live in Levittown. So I got a big support crowd. So it's going to be fun.
That's interesting. Is that more of a motivator for you or more pressure-inducing? What would you say?
Well, I'm always motivated to win. I mean, I got a lot of guys always trying to get at me, and I can only help. I can only serve so many people, but a lot of people want at it. So, but no, I mean, I don't really need motivation. I like getting hit. I like fighting.
You can see it in some people, you know. And you're definitely a real deal.
Yeah, there's no
That's
doubt.
what
There's no
excites
doubt.
people so much. That's why people like to see you fight.
Yeah, well, a lot of people. My wife's always telling me, finish the fight, finish the fight, and I want to get some work in. I ain't trying to go in there for a round. We fight every couple months. I want to be in there for as long as I can, you know.
I check out some of your social media, so I kind of got an idea of how you plan to win. But I just want to hear you say it. How do you plan to win?
Usually, I like the left hook to the body, but I've been working on some head kick stuff. Usually, I don't do the head kick thing. I'm a big leg kicker.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. You don't have to give out your details. We'll cut that out. You don't want your guy to know that. I guess what I'm saying, I just want to...
He can watch video too.
So
At the camera over there, you...
Because I fucked that up.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I didn't know if you just answered.
Oh, it don't matter to me if what he knows coming, bro. It's
I just want
coming.
you to say you're knocking the fuck out.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So go on.
So, he definitely getting knocked the fuck out. Like I said, it's either a left hook to the body or, you know, a straight right. But there's no doubt he's going down. And I don't want to Conor McGregor it and, you know, pick and choose which round, but it's coming. There's no doubt he getting knocked the fuck out. So,
You're known for your aggressive style. You're known for your finishes. But, you know, I see you fight, and in my personal opinion, you're also very technical. If it gets drawn to a technical fight, let's say his defense holds up, how do you feel prepared to go for a long fight? Do you feel prepared to go to a decision?
well, he's a former world champion, so there's no doubt. I've watched a lot of film. He's had a lot of big fights. He's been in the game for a minute, so... technically wise, he's there. You know what I'm saying? He's probably more skilled than I am, but just because he's been in the game longer. So, and that motivates me. Before we were talking about motivation, that motivates me there, fighting someone that's been in the game for a minute. So, technically, I'm ready, dude, and I'm not running out of gas. My biggest thing is I train hard. I run every day. I put in the work, bro. You know what I'm saying? All these other guys, they fight. Yeah, everybody puts in the work. Yeah, that's great. Everybody talks about it. I put in the work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always in shape. I'm in shape every day to fight, whether I got a fight camp or not. I'm in shape.
And that's why you've been lasting so long.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be 40 years old. It was like, oh, when are you going to stop? I feel like I'm 20. I'm beating up these young bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're better shape than some of these 20-year-olds.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. For real.
Yeah, that's real talk, you know, because, like, you know, another thing, too, is when people are known for, like, finishes and stuff, they assume you can't go the distance. But I see some fights that, you know, went a little longer. You can tell it's there.
There's no doubt. Like this is a local. I fight local a lot of times, and I know most of the guys I'm fighting. Yeah. I mean, we're in the hurt business. Don't get me wrong. I fight the dudes. They're getting stitches. They're getting busted up. But I ain't trying to kill no one. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to knock a motherfucker out. But again, I like getting work in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in there 30 seconds. I could probably drop a dude if I was going in for a kill. But then again, you get tired, and I'm fighting professionals. They're in good shape too. I go in there and I put it on overdrive at 5th gear right away, and now I'm gassed. Yes. And dude's still standing there, like you said. He's got good defense. Yes. Keith Nesbitt, the guy I'm fighting. What if he's still standing there after I go balls to the wall? Yeah. That's why I take my time and pick and choose.
Yeah, you seem ready for anything.
Yeah,
I like it. That's what I wanted to know. And I definitely believe it. For the first time, you're fighting on the same card as your trainer. Is he also going to be cornering you?
Bobby's definitely cornering me. There's no doubt. That's he'll probably either fight before me. He's the main event, but he don't like fighting in the end because that's just his style. You know, he gets in his zone when he's fighting. Me, I'm a little bit more relaxed. He takes it real serious. I mean, I'm a little more relaxed. I mingle with the crowd. I chill. It's another day of work for me. Yeah. But it's exciting to fight on the same card. It's been a minute. We had planned this to fight on, so we're gonna get a good draw, a good local crowd. Because he's got a real big following. I got a decent following. So, and it's going to be great to fight on the same card. I mean, we're going to have 2 different dressing rooms. Usually we're together in the same dressing room. Now we're going to be on opposite ends of the building. So it's going to be awkward in that sense.
And then you can also share, you know, that emotions after the fight.
Well, we're both getting a W. There's no doubt. There's no doubt there. We'll be toasting to that after.
Yeah, celebrating.
I like that. For sure.
I like that. Thank you for your time, man. I'm really excited to see you fight, man.
Yeah, buddy. So much, January 31st.
All right, so I'm here with the champ, 5-time world champion, but you're defending your WKA title.
WKA title, yes.
You're 35-1.
35-5-1.
Yes, I'm sorry. That came out wrong. Thank you, champ. What makes this fight awesome, and what I love about you, is that you're one of those people that you go out there, it's almost like you seek the worst challenges you can walk into. You know, like, not so much the guy, but on numbers, on paper, 97-0. You know, it's somewhat intimidating. I'm sure most guys wouldn't take that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do pick the fights. People say, you know, people handpick their fights. I handpick my fights, but I just handpick them the opposite way. I handpick the guy who I think is going to beat me. I want to challenge myself to see if I can beat him.
And that shows the true heart of a warrior, man. That's definitely one of the reasons people come out.
Yeah.
One, we know you got the skills to do it. And two, when you do it, you become like a hero.
Well,
I mean, your last fight, you fought a guy, you went up 2 weight classes.
2 weight classes, yeah.
You know? You got 2 fights left in your career. Another guy would have played it safe.
That is true.
Like, you're putting your ass on the line, and that says a lot, man. That's real champion status.
I appreciate that.
So now that I did all that, let me get to some questions. It's just you the man, Bobby.
It is, man.
Making me blush.
Is this your first time fighting on your own card?
Yes, this is actually going to be I was supposed to fight Christian Darrell, the undefeated prison fighter, on my card back in 2010. And things happened, and the fight didn't take place. He came up that day with a doctor's note or something like that, whatever. But this would be the first official one. And but I did it right this time. I got a partner for it, you know, my trainer, Chris Cardona, who owns Gladiator Promotions. So I did it right this time. You know, I knew doing a 12-round world title fight, I would need to have someone helping me out doing this whole thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Promoter, fighter, trainer. I mean, you got your own fighters on the card.
I got 2 fighters on the card, Jesse McBroom, and I also got Nick Reidel making his pro debut. So right there, just you know, and I'm also helping out Elise that she's getting ready for an amateur title fight too. So.
Okay, with all that said though, what you doing in gyms?
I'm getting prepared. I'm always prepared. My game set. I'm a fighter. That's who I am. I'm, you know, promoter, trainer. That's second. I'm a fighter. That's who I am. You know.
How good does it feel to be in the fighter's shoes?
It feels great. Those are the shoes I want to be in. You know, fighting, that's the best for me. You know, promoting and training people, that's like a job. Actually, promoting's like a job. Training fighters, that I like that too. You know.
All right. You know, your fighter. We already established he's 97-0. What we didn't mention was that out of that 97, 47 are knockout finishes. Now, this fighter also went to your social media and posted on your social media, made some comments that, you know, he plans to finish you in the 7th round. What was your initial feeling, and then what is your feeling now that you've had time to process?
Initial feeling right away is being happy. Actually, to me, that means he's training. If he really says he's gonna knock me out in 7 rounds, and he's gonna come to me. I always do better when guys come to me. They want to sit there and fight. I'm that kind of guy. I want to sit there and fight. I don't want to chase you around the ring. I want to sit there and bang. So for anything, I was so excited. But I don't talk trash. I don't need to write anything negative towards him. You know, let it be what it is. I do all my talking in the ring.
You're about to fight a guy. Again, we're gonna stress this: 97-0. So you could be the first guy to defeat him. You could be the guy to remove his gotta go.
The gotta go, yes.
Gotta go.
That's the only thing that matters right now.
So, like, I mean, you got so many motivating factors. Like, what is getting you through camp the most? What thought?
I think that does help a lot. It really does. Like okay, this guy's undefeated. And, you know, 97, I take it that's a combined record of amateur and pro. And I'm taking some of those, you know, hand-picked opponents. But now, even if all 97 were hand-picked, which I doubt they were, you know, you still won all 97, which is crazy. So to me, it's just a challenge. Like, you know, am I really that good? You know, like that's why I take the big fights, because I want to know how good I am. You know, it's not to see if I want to impress Joey and Billy over there. I want to impress myself. You know, let's see all my work, how good it is. You know.
And I like that about that. You know, it's so hard to find. You know, in this newer game of fighting, there's a lot of ego-driven.
Well, so everyone picks their fights, and I always think if I'm going to lose the fight, I want to lose to the guy who's the best guy. You know, I don't want to lose to a tomato can. And then I'm like, wow, I stink. But at least I lose to this guy who's 97-0, which I don't plan on losing to. But at least I lost to someone that's 97-0. You know?
So many people were shy from any threat of losing.
My favorite quote: "Only those who dare to lose win." And I dare to lose all the time, which makes me a winner.
He made a prediction about you. Is there any prediction you want to make about this fight?
Not as far as game plans. I won't give out my game plan, but it is funny that he said within 7 rounds. And in my head, I was thinking I was getting him out of there within 8 rounds. So one more round. Yeah, so it's pretty close, you know. But if it goes 12 rounds, it goes 12 rounds. I'm prepared for anything, you know. If it goes 1 round, it goes 1 round, you know. Goes one punch like Conor McGregor, it goes 1 punch like Conor McGregor. It is what it is, you know.
This is a 12-round fight.
Yeah.
if you guys do go 12 rounds. Have you been getting ready for that too?
Yeah, I've been 12 rounds plenty of times in my career, you know, and actually the funny thing is I usually do better at the end of the fight. Just the gas tank just kicks on.
Yeah, because when you want it more.
Yeah,
it's that sense of urgency brings it out of you.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, you get an idea of that too with how you mentioned you feel you fight better when you think a guy's better than you. That says something about your psyche.
I mean, I watched a lot of his videos, and I got a good game plan. Me and my trainer, Chris Cardone, very good game plan on what we're going to do and what we need to do to win the fight.
I'm so looking forward to this because, I mean, you know, a lot of people know you well. People watching this video may not know the other guy well.
Yeah.
You know, he's another serious guy too, man. I mean, he hits hard, you know.
No,
My personal opinion, I'm going for the champ. The old got to go. But, you know, he's definitely a formidable opponent,
and I mean,
you know.
this I've been, we were supposed to go to Argentina on 2 different occasions, actually, and just things didn't pan out, and you know, politics happened, and just money happened, just things didn't work out. But he's been challenging me for years, and you know, this is something that at the end of my career, I got to do it. You know, we were gonna do it over there, but then it fell through. You know. So over here it's even better then.
So, you know, there's a lot of highlight on your fight. Obviously, you're the main event, rightfully so. You're the champion, 5-time defending your belt. Can you just now, like, let's talk about the event real quickly? Tell me a little bit about this event. Now you're going in promoter mode. Get ready.
I'm very excited. You know, me and my partner from Gladiator Promotions, Chris Cardona, obviously he's my trainer, he's my manager, he's like a father figure to me. So we're very tight, and I just feel putting both promotions together helps us both out because he has good shows and I have good shows, and I just put them together. The 6 professional fights we have on the show is 6 professional fights, and I gotta say, to be honest, I wish I could just sit down and watch all of them. They are such good fights that I'm excited. I'm just very excited. You got Johnny Garcia, who's coming from Florida, who's fighting Rick Schaefer, who's 1-0. Johnny's making his pro debut. He's an IKF champion. He's trained by kickboxing champion, world champion Eric Marshall, who's a great guy, great trainer. I saw Johnny fight once before in Florida when I was there with my guys. He's a great fighter. I sparred Rick Schaefer. I know how he is. That fight's going to be a great fight. You're going to see some great kicks between those guys. And then you got Carrol making his pro debut against Nick Reidel, which is a rematch, which they fought as amateurs, a very controversial fight. And those are big boys.
Yeah. And aggressive big boys.
And
athletic big boys. They're not tight. They're not going to hug each other.
And, well, the crazy thing about that, you don't need scorecards. Let's be serious. You don't need scorecards. You know, Nick's my guy, and I know Pat real well. You don't need a scorecard. Whoever wins that fight is going to win by knockout. I think everyone knows that. And then we also got Dan Cion, who actually used to be one of my students. He's doing a rematch with Jason Lee, who Jason Lee's a very awkward, but he's a southpaw. He's very tough. He's awkward. And Dan Cion's obviously, this is actually his last kickboxing match, and he's changed to professional boxing. But that match is just, it's kind of funny. Cion makes his pro debut fighting Jason Lee in MMA, and now his last pro kickboxing fight would be against Jason Lee. It's just kind of awesome that way. And then we also have Chrissy Yandolli, who's a good friend of mine, finally making her pro debut. I mean, this is a long-awaited pro debut. Like I'm very excited about that. She's fighting also IKF champion, amateur champion, and also a pro MMA fighter from Florida, trained by Eric Marshall, you know, Tiffy Collin. That's going to be an awesome fight. And then the last one, obviously, is my guy, my right-hand man, Jesse McBroom, who's also fighting Keith Nesbitt. And the funny thing is, people don't know this. I fought Keith Nesbitt back in 2002. A lot of people don't even know that. So it's just great to see, you know, who I'm friends with Keith, and then Jesse, obviously, me and him are so close. That's going to be a great fight, you know. And then
he also has like over 50 fights too, right?
Over 50 professional fights. And then also on the undercard, we have some great undercard matches, but we also have a WKA New York State female title fight. But you know, Elise, who's actually the poster girl for I Love Kickboxing. She's actually the poster girl. So if you ever Google I Love Kickboxing, it's her with her like 12-pack sticking out. Like it's her first 4-0-1 Mia from Belmore. That's gonna be a sick fight. These two girls are gonna go out for the title. That's basically the best amateur fight we have. It's gonna be awesome. But the card is stacked from top to bottom. Tickets, telling you guys right now, ringside tickets are almost sold out. $85. Make sure you get them. You get them at Long Island Gladiator, LongIslandGladiator.com, or you could get them from Campbell's, Belmore. You get them from anywhere, me or any of the other pros. And then general admission's $55. Definitely get your tickets. It's definitely gonna be a sold out. I'm not just saying that like it's gonna be sold out.
That, I'll vouch for that.
I said that the last show. It's gonna be sold out. Get your tickets, and then people like, oh my God, it's sold out. Yeah, I told you it was gonna be sold out. This one's gonna be bigger than my last one, so this is gonna be great.
Guys with large followings, and like this one, the other ones, they they sold out. Even if it took to that day, that's one thing that when I go in there, I'm just like, wow,
it's funny you say that because actually a lot of these people have big followings. Myself, I have a big following. I sold $75, $85 tickets already. That was already. You got 7 weeks out. I sold 75 tickets. But Jesse's a big ticket seller. He has a big following. Chrissy Yandolli has a huge following.
And that says a lot about the card. Because in these amateur cards, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You have a good sense of stuff, which is why the cards always come good. With this profile, what I noticed is that the tight matchups, like there's not even there's no mismatches. Like
I'm so excited. Like I said, that poster for those 6 pro fights, including myself, is just like, oh my God, like I want to watch it. Can I clone myself and sit? I'm one of those fights. I want to watch it so bad.
Like, I've seen so many fights, but I'm going to be there live. Like, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to try to work. I'm like, oh,
it's definitely going to be a tense night. Also, we put it on Sunday, which is the Sunday that there's no football because the following week is Super Bowl. So this is it. You no one got nothing to do. Let's be serious. You're not watching football. The Super Bowl's next week. You got to come out. Yeah, it's just going to be it's gonna be a great time, and I'm just very excited to be with Gladiator, which is my trainer. This is something that I talked about with him while trying to get him on board with this because I always felt this would be the step up. You were at my last show. We had the England guys there, and that was a big step up for me. That was a huge card for me. And now we took 2 steps up, and now we just jumped up. You know what I mean? So it's very exciting to me. It's going to be good.
January 31st, Sunday at
Mulcahy's in Wantagh. Mulcahy's in Wantagh.
Okay. I've heard so many different...
Great food, great drinks, great ring card girls, and great fights.
Yes, great fights. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
I appreciate your time.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, champ.
Thank you.